What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to the 10th episode of Subnautica. During the previous episode, we were on a hunt to secure resources to build the next big thing that we're working on in this game, which is the Cyclops, a very big vehicle and one of the coolest vehicles, in my opinion, in this game. In order to build the Cyclops, though, we are going to have to head off to a brand new biome that we haven't seen yet in the series to get some critical resources. We're kind of in a in-between moment from the previous episode to this episode, where we do have a relatively full load of titanium on us, so we're going to go ahead and convert that down into raw resources and see how many ingots we could potentially get. Right now we have 1 ingot, but we do have a bunch of titanium kind of on deck in my storage, and yeah, hopefully we can get a bunch of the ingots built. Just to refresh, we need to get 5 ingots, which we need to turn into plastisteel. We need 5 of the special glass, which we need the stalker teeth for. And then we need some oil, of course, and I'm not sure what else exactly we need, if we need like an advanced wiring kit or anything like that. It would make sense if we did, or computer chips or anything like that. We will take a look and double check to make sure we get, or we have everything we need in order to do that. So let's go ahead and build a couple of titanium ingots. However, we are a little bit low on power. This always happens when we dock the Seamoth, because it usually drains at least half of our power if we've been out and about. And yeah, it requires 10 power to build each ingot, so we gotta kind of wait just a little bit while this is charging. Fortunately, you can tell that we are in the daytime because the way it's charging fast. At night, it's not so great. Alright, so let's go ahead and take some of this raw titanium that we have, and we'll go ahead and build another ingot. We have 3. I don't know if we have enough for 5. We just might. We need 20. Alright, so there is 4. We do. So we have enough for 5. So that is taken care of. So, in order to make the plastisteel, we do need, again, a special resource. So we're going to head out. I believe I got all the other glass converted. Let's just take a look and double check, yeah? Alright, so I just gotta find it. Okay, it's up top here. Plastisteel 5, the glass 5, lubricant 2, and advanced wiring kit. I knew it. I knew it was gonna need it. So we need 1 computer chip, and we need gold to build the advanced wiring kit. I think we might have everything we need. I don't know if we have enough silver to build that computer chip. We might. It is very possible. We have the quartz. We have gold. Okay, so we don't see everything we need in here. Got the coral chunks, or not coral chunks, the red discs pieces. See, this is where I get a little kind of like double check. Yeah, we need the silver, dude. Need the silver. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we do. We have plenty. All right, so let's go ahead and build a computer chip. Awesome. Have that, and we need 2 gold. We have plenty. Alright, so that's good. We got this knocked out of the way. We're almost there. It looks like we only got 4 pieces of the special glass, though. But we do have 1 more stalker teeth. I have 1 more stalker tooth. I see that. So we have essentially everything we need. So we do have to head out to that 1 biome in order to locate a resource known as lithium. And we combine that with the steel ingots to make the plastisteel. So there we go. There is our advanced wiring kit, and we are pretty much 90% there. Now, again, it was suggested in an earlier episode that I explore the Aurora before I do this, but just kind of reiterating here, I'm not really going to move the sub around all that much, because unfortunately this vehicle does, just like the Seamoth, have a limited amount of power, and in order to keep it running we need to replace the power cells and that sort of thing. There's something that can help with the power, and that's why it was suggested that I do that before I do it. But yeah, again, getting ahead of myself, and I hate to do that. In a future update of this game, I would love to see some sort of dock for this bigger vehicle in order to recharge the fuel cells. That would be fantastic, because in the other way I was talking about using the thermal power, it actually only recharges the thermal power units. It doesn't recharge the actual fuel cells, not like the moon pool recharges the fuel cells on the Seamoth. So yeah, it would definitely be good to see something like that for this vehicle. Alright, so I'm just doing a couple of small rearrangements here in my inventory. Double checked about 1,000,000 times to see what I need for that vehicle, but I want to make sure that I have everything ready there. So there we go. I've created the last special piece of glass that I need. So I have 5 of that, 5 ingots, and I've got the 2 lubricant and the advanced wiring kit. And my dude is just a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some fish real quick before I head out on my adventure. And then we will go and find those pieces of lithium. Of course, we need 5 of them. Hopefully they won't be too difficult to spot, but in the place I'm going, it is pretty plentiful, so shouldn't really be too much of an issue. So let's go ahead and eat our peeper fish. Yeah, because I need to make sure I emphasize that, because I will continue to call them peppers because I've done it all series. But yeah, I think I've got it. I think I got it locked down in the brain there, where I'll call them peepers now. All right, off we go for our little adventure into a new biome. Ooh, exciting. Now, again, because this game is beacon-based, there's no way to really know exactly where things are because there's no real map or anything. And I don't know if that's something they're going to potentially implement into the future. The area that you get to work around with is not ginormously huge, but there is a lot of interesting things going on as far as what they have in the game. Alright, so how I find this biome is I kind of do the same thing like I was doing with the Grand Reef. I put myself in a certain position on the Aurora, and I kind of like make sure I'm aimed in a certain direction, and I get out, take a look around, and then just try to head off in that direction, and that is where the biome should be. That's kind of how like I figured out how to line up certain things. Now there is some other biomes that through my exploration of the game I haven't found yet. So maybe I might do some of that a little bit later as well. But yeah, just in my pre-playing of the game, just so I know what's going on and how to find certain things, so I'm not sitting there twiddling my thumbs and losing focus. Because so far I think I've done a pretty good job of maintaining focus in this series. And yes, I realize there's been quite a bit of resource collection, but it's all been very necessary in order to progress to the point where we've gotten now. Clearly, I'm sure you've realized that. Alright, so here we are. And I'm actually not going to pet name this. This is called the Mushroom Forest. The computer AI is once again letting me know some critical information. I'm getting close to the threshold of this vehicle's maximum depth. The maximum depth on the Seamoth is 225 meters. If I drop below that, it can potentially start taking damage, and we're not really near that, so we're okay. But anyways, we are in a new biome, and with a new biome comes new and interesting things in this world. So of course we have these trees, these mushroom trees, and we have some other wildlife kind of going on. We have this luminescent, I don't know what they are, fish, I guess, creatures. Yeah, they're kind of neat looking. I think the bone sharks also kind of hang out in this region, so I've got to be aware of that. So I'm looking for these very small, they look like purple crystals, kind of like the quartz, except for they're tiny. There's one right there. So we've collected our first one, and sometimes they're on these walls right outside the mushroom forest, and sometimes they're at the base of the trees in the mushroom forest. So just got to kind of keep an eye on that. I'm just like frantically looking around trying to find it. I'm starting to get low on oxygen, and I was hoping that I could secure 5 pieces before I actually got back in my vehicle. There we go. Another piece, and that makes 5. So we're good. We've got all the pieces we actually need to make the vehicle. We're set. We can actually leave here now. Oops. Probably not a good idea to go straight up in the mushroom forest, because there are pieces that, you know, stick out everywhere, and I took a little bit more damage. So I'm going to have to do some repairs on this thing soon. That's another thing I think the moon pool maybe should do. Maybe there should be like a storage locker with some pieces of titanium or something that you can like load in there, and then that would repair the sea moth or something. Or maybe just a battery, because that's essentially all your repair tool needs is a battery to repair the vehicle. So maybe if you kept some power inside of the moon pool, yeah, that would be kind of neat too, because the moon pool does not repair your vehicle, which, I mean, it's not too big of a deal. I mean, it's fine getting out and using the repair tool and all that. It doesn't take all that long, even when it's like massively damaged, to repair it. However, yeah, I just think it'd be kind of a nice touch. Nice touch, just to kind of streamline things, you know. Always thinking when I'm playing these games, that's for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and dock up once again. And this never gets old to me. I think this is just absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. All right, so we are just about ready to build our awesome, awesome, awesome vehicle. I can't express enough how much I freaking think this thing is great. When I first built it, I was like, holy cow, that's ridiculous. All right, so here we go. Grab this titanium. Let's go ahead and convert that to plastisteel. Of course, our sea moth ate up a good chunk of our power, and I think every time you use this thing, it requires about 10 power. So as long as we have at least 5, we're good. 3, 4, and 5 units of plastisteel. We're good. We got everything we need. So now we just need to make sure everything is in our inventory. We're going to head off to the constructor and go ahead and build that thing. Once again, just double checking. I like to make sure. Triple check, quadruple check, 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 check. I think that's everything. And of course, I'm going to check it one more time. There it is, all green. All right, so let's go build this thing. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool. I think when you build it, it's super awesome too. It's just like, you're like, what? I don't know, when I first did it, like I said, I was just like, what the heck? Are you serious? Oh man, I hate when this happens. So sometimes there's like a bug when you go to climb aboard the constructor. It does this thing where it's like it gets all wonked out and you can't get aboard it, kind of thing. So you gotta like hop up or jump to swim down and like jump up. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Check this out. Look at that thing, man. Look how ridiculous. It's this giant sub, multi-level sub, and you can use this as a mobile base. You can put your constructors in here, you can put storage in here, and you can cruise around the world that is available to cruise around in. And yeah, it's just great. Although it's still awesome to build the main bases. But yeah, again, it would be nice if there was some sort of dock to recharge this thing. So let's go ahead, climb aboard, and check this thing out. So if you haven't, like I said, played this game, like, look at how cool this thing. This kind of reminds me of some of the stuff we're seeing new in some of the space games like Star Citizen, and I was really very surprised when I hopped aboard this thing. All right, so there's a terminal that we can name the vehicle. I'm just going to call it HSS Operation DX. I don't think that's going to fit, so we'll just call it Op DX. And another cool thing is we can change the color, and it's not limited to like 1 or 2 colors like a lot of games do that to you, kind of thing. We can actually use this like very like Photoshop-y kind of color picker kind of thing, and it really allows us to like make this thing any color we want to make it, kind of thing. So right now, not really doing anything elaborate. I might change the colors a little bit later, but let's go ahead and take a look around the sub. So this is an area where we can dock the sea moth to the sub. Freaking awesome. All right, this is the engine room where the power cells are, and there's 3 power cells on each side. And then there's an upgrade terminal we just passed where we can put upgrade modules inside this guy. And then here are the lower levels. Not a ton going on down here, and then we can exit the sub from where we entered from right there. But yeah, this thing is absolutely awesome. Anyways, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.